Hello everybody and welcome back to the next video. This time we are talking about the most important things you should do, in my opinion, in the patch 7.33b. Alright, number 1, Lotuses. Lotuses are spawning every 3 minutes. And the first spawn is on 3 minutes. That basically means I want you guys to push in your side waves on 2:30 and actually do it on purpose. Tell your offlaner or safe laner, yo, let's push the wave for the Lotus and actually protect the Lotuses from the enemies so you can get them. The advantage of these Lotuses is so big that you can actually win lanes with it. 125 burst heal and on HP and mana. That basically means if you have a big stick plus a Lotus, you can get like a 400 HP boost in any lane on minute 3, 4, 5. So keep that in mind, it is very good. And try to actually pick them up the entire game. The Lotuses are actually super effective if you can stack them in the later game. They are burst healing a ridiculous amount of HP. Alright, the next point is gonna be the action runes. On minute 3, you need to think about the Lotuses. On minute 4 or 6, you need to think about the action rune or the water rune for your mid laner. So keep that in mind, that the mid lane is still getting played. I know it's hard because of the new portals, you want to jump around both side lanes. It is cool and nice, but getting the action rune or stealing a water rune from the enemy mid is actually really effective and can provide you a super easy game for your mid laner. Plus the mid laner can gank you side lanes and win you the game by that. So please keep that in mind. Start with the Lotuses on minute 3. On minute 6 you need to think about the action runes, or minute 4 about the water runes. Alright, the next step after the action rune on minute 6 is the wisdom rune. The wisdom rune is going to be very contested by supports on the enemy side and on your side, and they spawn on minute 7 the first time, and after that they spawn every 7 minutes. So keep that in mind, they're gonna give you a lot of experience, and as a support this patch you really need the experience because you don't have a tomb. And this is like the only way how to get a little bit of burst experience as a support on position 4 or 5. So keep that in mind. Minute 3, you need to think about the Lotuses. Minute 4 or 6, you need to think about the water runes or action runes. And right after that, on minute 7, you need to think about the wisdom rune. That's like a straightforward pattern. So keep that definitely in mind and play around that. This is basically your gameplay between the laning stage. Wisdom runes, action runes / water runes, and the Lotuses. So definitely keep that in mind. It is very important to keep track of these 3 things. Alright, the next point, this patch is definitely the portals. Think about the portals. They are actually very effective if you want to gank people or if you want to steal the enemy wisdom rune. There are some situations you want to go for the enemy action rune on minute 6 and you can just take the portal to the radiant side and sneak the enemy wisdom rune. It is very effective. Some people do it every game, some people don't. It's always like personal preference, how you like it, what you want to do, and who is your mid laner and who's the enemy mid laner. If like nobody cares about the action runes, you can actually just go for the enemy wisdom rune and steal it. So keep track of that as well. The next point of this video is definitely sentry wards. Sentry wards are actually very important in this patch, but they got heavily nerfed in the 7.33 patch, so you need to use your sentries effectively and you need to think about them, where to place them and when to use them. Please don't just randomly place sentries, think about them, use them effectively, and don't just waste them. Like, you're gonna run out of sentries really quick if you just randomly place them, or if you wanna block enemy camps in the jungle. Big recommendation, do not block enemy camps in the enemy jungle, it is not worth. You need the sentries for other things. The only sentries, in my opinion, you should use to block enemy camps is on the laning stage to block the enemy pull camp. That's basically the only reason why you should actually block camps. Besides that, there's a second point, you can block enemy ancients. If they have like a hero like Sven or Medusa or like anything that clears ancients pretty quick, and you know they're gonna stack it. Like if they are not even stacking it, then it's like not that important. But if they stack, you can actually block the ancients as well. Other than that, please don't block any enemy camp. It is not worth. You need the sentries for other things. So yeah. Alright, the next and last point of this video is actually the Tormentor. The Tormentor spawns on minute 20, and you need actually 5 heroes or minimum of 4 to kill this. Otherwise, like, you might actually die because the Tormentor is actually pretty strong if you are not 4 or 5 heroes. So either you're gonna call your team like 1 or 2 minutes before the Tormentor spawns, yo guys, can we just take this? And you kill it for a free shard. Or you completely ignore it and you focus on the enemy Tormentor. It is not the biggest must to kill it actually, but it is very nice to have it, and the Tormentors are spawning after death on every 10 minutes. That basically means they spawn in 20 minutes. If you kill them on 21 minutes, the next Tormentor on your side is gonna respawn at 31 minutes. So keep these timers in mind. Whenever you kill it, 10 minutes later it's gonna spawn again, but it's gonna spawn stronger. Every time a Tormentor dies, it's gonna get 200 HP more. So definitely keep track of that. The later on the game goes and the more times you kill the Tormentor, the more HP this thing is gonna get. So definitely keep that in mind. If you wanna kill it, you need more heroes. Not just 2, not just 3. The best thing you can do is actually 4 or 5 heroes. So yeah, keep these things in mind. I hope like some of these tips might help you guys out. Try to like keep track of the basic things in the game right now, like Lotuses, action runes, water runes, wisdom runes, Tormentors, watchers are also very cool. Blocking camps only on the lane or the ancients, nothing else. And think about roaming on the map as well as a support. Use the portals, use your TP scrolls, use your smokes. Overall, just think about like moving and moving. The patch right now is a very mobile in my opinion. Like you need to have a hero, you need heroes that are either very fast, like they have a fast movement speed or something, or they have like some mobility spells like Earth Spirit, Monkey King, Scarif Mage and so on. And then you're gonna have a way easier time than playing, let's say, the slower heroes in the game. Because they need to catch up and it's really hard for them sometimes to do the first move. So yeah, definitely keep all these tips in mind. You need to like get these timings as a habit if you want to get good in the game. And if you get these things as a habit and you like automatically do them without even thinking, you're gonna grind a lot of MMR. So keep that in mind, please. Think about them and use them in your games, guys. Thanks for watching, and we're gonna see us on the next video. Bye bye. Peace.